Greeting cards have all been sent. The Christmas rush is through. But I still have one wish to make, a special one for you. Merry Christmas, darling. We're apart, that's true. But I can dream, and in my dreams, I'm Christmasing with you. Holidays are joyful. There's always something new. But every day is a holiday when I'm near to you. It's Amy. Merry Christmas. A film, a Christmas, not joyful, but definitely new, not light, not bright, pretty dark. Have you seen it? And what makes it so dark? Have you ever asked, is there any way out, any way back from the dark towards the light? Do any of us get redos, get to try again, or start anew, really, once we make a mistake? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about Merry Christmas, Albert. In Merry Christmas, Albert's actions and responses and behaviors seem to demonstrate that he wants to be a protector for sure, like we discussed, a Solara, a Deva, an Om Kapoor, but maybe even more than that, a Raju, an Ebenezer Scrooge, a Kabir Khan. He wants a second chance, a different ending. He wants redemption, a comeback, a different role. We see this. A trauma and guilt-driven overcorrection. He seeks out almost the same emotional situation as his original crime, and then does better in an extreme way by sacrificing himself for Maria, effectively rewriting the script at his own expense. Albert has just been released after serving 7 years for killing his lover Rosie, a crime framed as a mix of possessiveness, rage, and failed love. When he meets Maria, another woman in danger, and in a morally gray situation, he walks straight back into a scenario involving intimacy, violence, and a possible murder accusation. But this time is determined not to be the one who destroys her life. Where past Albert killed the woman he loved, present Albert takes the opposite extreme. He takes the blame for Jerome's murder, knowing Maria actually did it, and chooses to return to prison so she and her daughter can walk free. Classic course correction indeed, swapping from perpetrator to self-sacrificing rescuer in a very similar emotional setup psychologically. Albert is still organized around the same core drama. A woman he loves, a violent death, police suspicion, prison, his own belief that he is the one who must pay. Rather than choosing a totally new kind of life, he repeats the structure of the old wound, but flips roles from active killer to willing scapegoat. Trauma reenactment and a redemption script. A perpetrator seeking a near identical scenario to demonstrate to himself and to the world, I am different now. Turning his body into the site of atonement, his sacrifice is both a love gesture and a way to overwrite the memory of Rosie. with a new ending. This time, he saves the woman instead of destroying her. In this trauma triangle, Albert moves from persecutor, the man who once killed his lover, to a hyper rescuer who also absorbs all the blame and punishment and also carries a quiet victim narrative. My fate is always prison and loss. Triangle is intact. Only his corner has changed. Because his redemption is so absolute. Taking a murder rap for someone else after just one night together? It suggests not a balanced, integrated accountability, but an extreme, shame-driven swing to the opposite pole. He does not seek a modestly different life. He seeks the same crucible, accusation, jail, sacrifice, with a morally cleaner role. Both Albert and Maria are morally compromised and trauma-marked. He is a confessed killer. She is an abused wife who becomes a premeditated killer, building an elaborate alibi apartment. Their connection is less pure romance and more two damaged people recognizing each other's darkness. Against that backdrop, Albert's final choice reads as an overcorrection rather than simple nobility. He cannot undo Rosie's murder, so he accepts an even harsher version of the same consequence for someone else's crime, rewriting his internal story from "I ruined her" to "I saved her," but at the cost of ever truly stepping outside of that old narrative frame. I wonder, by participating in, or rather covering up, the murder of an alleged abuser, is he trying to kill off or cover up that memory or part of him, or history as an actual abuser, an apparent domestic violence murderer? Did she lock out Maria? Because if this wasn't the case in a part of his past in his life, his history with the exact same individual, Albert, handle it all very differently? We all believe in protecting innocent, protecting children, protecting victims. It's sometimes a thankless job, and there are many ways to do it. Boring, simple, systematic, and peaceful ones as well. Less interesting to maybe talk about or watch in film. A worthy endeavor, not for the weak sometimes. But I don't know. I have some thoughts about the dead not being able to always defend themselves without clear evidence too. I mean, it's important for us not to become so overzealous in how worthy an endeavor is or how we feel about it, that we leave room for creating more problems or being a part of problems such as false accusations or smear campaigns. I actually have so much to say on this topic, as well as it relates to our characters in films. We will explore and discuss that soon enough. It is so important, really. I think the fine line between victim blaming and false accusations is an important line, one we should mind not to forget. because any one of us could be a victim at any time and one who is blamed. Or even a victim, yes, of false accusations or a smear campaign. But I think it is very, very safe to say that as I described the tragedy of Devdas and the characters and the outcomes in my online video deep dive series in detail, here in Merry Christmas as well, there are only victims here. Even if it did not start that way, victims everywhere you look, one way or another, kind of like the world. May we all do better. May we all feel better, be better. Most importantly, whether we got it right or wrong in the past, whether we are currently getting it right or wrong in the present, most importantly, in this arena, our world, our lives, may we try. Like Albert here, may we continue to dare greatly, to keep trying to get it right.